Are you going on a Royal Caribbean cruise that stops at CocoCay's and you're trying to decide whether or not to go to the Coco Beach Club? If so, this video is for you. I'll take you on a walking tour, but more importantly, I'll take you to the restaurant. And at the end, I'll tell you whether or not I think it's worth it right after this. The CocoCay's Beach Club is an exclusive private retreat area located on CocoCay's. It is in the central northern part of the island, and it has everything from an infinity pool to a restaurant to a bar to cabanas to a private beach area and a lot of very high quality lounge chairs. To get to this area, all you do once you get off the pier is walk pretty much in a straight line until you hit the sign that says Coco Beach Club. Now, the Coco Beach Club, when you first get there, they're going to check and make sure you really can get in here. And they're going to give you a band to show that you have access to it. And as you first come in, the bar is straight in front of you and the included restaurant is off to the right. This is the restaurant itself. I actually got a seat all the way over in the corner. And this is a look at the menu. For starters, I got all of them. That is the typical thing. What they do is they bring out every single one of those in a sample platter and you get to try them all. For my main course, I had the grilled grouper and the broiled lobster. I'll tell you more about that in a second. And for dessert, I had the rum-soaked cake, which was outstanding. I had the Watermelon Rita, and out of everything, that was the lowest point of the restaurant. They do have a whole bunch of beer and wine as well. This is a look at that Watermelon Rita. It just did not have that much of a flavor to it. And here are the appetizers. As you can see, they all come out in small sample sizes. And remember, in this video, I am here by myself. So they brought all that out just for me, which I didn't really have a problem finishing because it was very, very fresh. One thing about this restaurant is the freshness of the seafood is unbelievable. And there's also fresh chickens. Several chickens came to visit me while I was eating. This is a look at the broiled lobster and also the grouper, which both of them were great. I asked the waiter, I said, which one is better? Because I didn't know which one to get. And he's like, well, why don't you just have both? So I did. And this is, again, just a look at the restaurant with the people that are here. And finally, the rum-soaked cake. This restaurant is definitely the high point of the beach club, but more on that in a second. This is the infinity pool, and it's a very nice pool. The main issue I had is there's very few people in it right now, but this is pretty early in the morning. When I came back in the afternoon, early in the morning, meaning like 10 o'clock, 10:30, something like that. When I came back in the afternoon, you couldn't get in the pool. There were so many people in it, and I didn't really like that. But as you can see, these are the upgraded beach chairs or lounge chairs, and this whole section between the cabanas. So there are cabanas that you can get in this section for an extra fee as well. But there's two strings of cabanas that go out over the water, and the entire beach between the two strings of cabanas is part of the club and is private for club members only. They do give you a really nice beach towel when you come here. It's very thick, very comfortable. And this side of the island, the waves tend to be very small. However, when I was here, the current, if you look at these people, you can see there's a current running by them. There was a very strong current in the water when I came here. I went out to film some 360 video and obviously carry this camera out. And when I got out there, it started sweeping me along to the other set of cabanas. And you can see, look at the water going to the right. I'm not moving to the left. It's just, the water's just going by me. So it's pretty strong current. And it was nice and warm. However, it was a little cloudy that day. So anyway, what do I think about the Coco Beach Club? So the Coco Beach Club price varies depending on the time of year, depending on the number of cruise ships, all sorts of crazy things. I have seen it anywhere from below $100, like in the high 80s, all the way up to $200. And it really depends on what they're charging. First of all, the restaurant is outstanding. It is, if you compare it to the other specialty dining restaurants that are actually on the cruise ships, it is by far the best. It is, in my opinion, it is probably on par with 150 Central Park. It might actually be a little bit above that, but only in certain areas. For example, the food was very, very, very fresh. Now, granted, I had seafood, so I don't know about the other items, but the seafood was outstanding. The lobster they served was much better than the lobster you get on the cruise ships. Much better than the lobster you get in Hooked, which is a specialty dining restaurant on some of the cruise ships. It was outstanding. And the fact that you don't have to pick your appetizers, they just bring them all out to you, I thought was great as well. The negatives about the restaurant, the drink. Now, again, I only tried one, but it wasn't very good. It was okay, but it was like a drink you would get from a poolside bar on one of the cruise ships. It was definitely nothing fancy. And the cost. So let's talk about that again. Let's say the range is between $100 and $200. If the beach club costs $100, and think about it, the specialty dining restaurants are basically $60, then you're talking about a $40 charge for everything else, which is definitely worth it. So the beach club, by far, it's worth it for that. However, if it's $200 and you're basically paying $140 more for the lounge chairs, a crowded infinity pool, a bar, and a nice beach towel, then yeah, it's probably not worth it. And people say, well, there's the private beach. If you watch my video on the tour of CocoCay, there is actually a beach area that typically has fewer people than the Coco Beach Club does. And you can't sell this on that at all. So anyway, I hope this video helped. Thank you for watching. My name is Sean, and this is the Third Orbit Travelers. If you got any value out of this video at all, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Both of those things definitely help our channel, and let us bring you more content like this. See you next time.